It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Ravens and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
The best numbers that Lamar Jackson possesses is that his team wins the vast majority of games that he starts at quarterback. But in addition, 2,900 yards rushing in his career. They know how to build around him and play to his strengths.
Off the option, here's Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Second down and 8. On the option to give to Williams here. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. Here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, He's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. Here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation, because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jamal Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. On the return is Duvernay. And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense going back to work. And this team, Charles, 1-1 on the new season. They had the overtime loss in Vegas in the Monday night opener, but they bounced back with a big victory week 2. Another thriller on national television. 36-35, they finally take down Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And after the game, Lamar Jackson said, it feels good to get the monkey off our back in terms of beating KC, because it had been a while. But Charles, with all the injuries, he might have more on his back coming up here in the future. He's got to carry this whole team, it feels like.
And they are playing it that way, because when you watch how they're running offense, all the injuries they've had with running backs, trying to integrate new guys who've just been recently signed at that position, Lamar Jackson isn't just playing quarterback. I feel like he's playing single-wing tailback like the old days, where he's going to pass it, he's going to run it, he's going to do everything but punt it. I mean, you name it, Lamar Jackson is doing it. How about the jump pass he threw for a touchdown? That looked like the old-school football that we got used to seeing when we were younger. But this guy right now did it all. And at the end of the game, John Harbaugh, the head coach, I remember him yelling out on the field on 4th and short, do you want to go for it? Got an affirmative back from Lamar Jackson, said, let's go for it. A really big-time, gutsy call. And Lamar Jackson picks up on 4th and 1, and they seal the victory. A huge win for the Baltimore Ravens.
We're looking ahead, 2 road games at Detroit, at Denver, weeks 3 and 4. Then a stretch of 4 straight home games with an open week sandwiched in there. So it's an interesting schedule. 4 straight home after 2 on the road. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. To throw is Jackson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
And Marquise Brown is definitely a guy who can take the top off of a defense and make the big catches downfield. Also known as Hollywood, now in his 3rd season from Oklahoma, wants to make more catches like the one we just saw there, the routine variety.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board
but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions heading back out here offensively, an 0-2 start to the 2021 season in the Dan Campbell era there in Detroit. And they had the home loss against the 49ers in the season opener. Then they fall against Green Bay on Monday night in Week 2. So work to do here in the early part of the season to try to get back to 500. And it's not going to be easy. Some tough games coming up. They're home for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens in Week 3 before getting 2 more road games in the division at Chicago and at Minnesota. So they will actually have played all 3 division road games by the end of Week 5. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Tyus Bowser able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
Escapes the sack.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff.
Throw caught by Raymond.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. Coming through him, 52 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. How many speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. On the return is Duvernay. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
And Sammy Watkins is in his 8th NFL season. Spent the last 3 in Kansas City and won a Super Bowl there. Really excited about the opportunity to bond with quarterback Lamar Jackson. Makes a nice catch there.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Jackson going to run. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Swift. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Goff.
This one taken in by Cephas.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
On 1st down, Goff.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Goff.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive in making plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the running game with Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done. Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion first down. T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top? Second and goal from the 6 this time. Gone. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson from 6 yards away. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3. And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you? It's unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will. What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far. Seibert on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. The return is Duvernay. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe? I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them. They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here's Jackson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 12.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll give the Ravens a 1st down.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So that'll back them up 5. Throwing is Jackson.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 35 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Ravens 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Khalif Raymond now. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Swift, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Yeah, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. On the return is Duvernay. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be second down.
Well, Charles, looking back to week 2 in the NFL, boy, some quarterback injuries all over the place. Tua for Miami goes down. Indianapolis is Carson Wentz. Tyrod Taylor in Houston. Andy Dalton for the Bears all leave their games with injuries. Even Baker Mayfield had to play through one. Of all of those guys and in all those injury situations, which one are you keeping your eye on most?
Well, can I use 2? In fact, I'm going to use 2. Thanks for the permission. I appreciate that. Indianapolis, Carson Wentz going down, Jacob Eason having to take over. From what I hear, a significant rolled ankle, which probably means he'll miss multiple games. And if that's the case, Jacob Eason has to take over, and the Colts lean even harder on their run game. And how about Miami with Tua? Tua going down, Jacoby Brissett coming in. It's a rib injury. Can he go the very next week against the Raiders? If not, Brissett has experience in doing that, and Miami will need the win on the road. As far as Chicago and Andy Dalton, I think they were ready to make the move to Justin Fields pretty soon anyway. Baker Mayfield's a tough guy, and I really hate it for Tyrod Taylor. Although Davis Mills was drafted to be their future quarterback, Tyrod Taylor's had to play through different things like this before. Never has he had great luck.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Open man is Duvernay. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Working with his 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Jackson will throw again. Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Raymond now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a strong first half from the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. And meanwhile, for the Lions, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that just set them up well for the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. In the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Raymond now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Swift. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2 catches in the first half, now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff now looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Harrison gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On second down now, Swift. 67 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, Charles, switching gears here, through 2 weeks of the NFL season, only 7 unbeaten teams remain, only 2 in the AFC. If you look at the full list, in the AFC, it's Denver and Las Vegas. Over on the other side, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Arizona, the LA Rams, and San Francisco in the NFC. Of that crew, anybody really jump out at you?
Absolutely, it's Las Vegas. And Denver, obviously, undefeated as well. Very impressive. But they beat the Giants in Jacksonville. Las Vegas beat Baltimore at home and went on the road and beat Pittsburgh. That's really impressive. And on the NFC side, how about Arizona? Another big win this week. Kyler Murray keeps getting better and better at quarterback and beat Minnesota at home, getting off to a 2-0 start in the NFC West. That's absolutely huge.
Third and 2, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
He was looking for Watkins that time, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
The option to give to Williams here.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st down, Swift.
It was Tyus Bowser that time who made the play on the defensive side.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Second down at 4. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receivers too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
On second down, it's Williams, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. That's the end of
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Again, it's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Flush, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit, because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate. You should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Raymond now on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Goff.
This one taken in by Cephas.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Jackson running again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Flowers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And we always talk about sacks as a sign of defensive pressure. Well, the Lions also talked about how you affect a quarterback in the pocket. They had the fewest quarterback pressures in the entire league last year. So upgrading, that was a priority. And the front office appears to have gotten it done. There's a sack right there.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's Sam Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now gone.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Lions on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over. Your call of this play, partner.
On the option to give to Williams here.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Raymond now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now a first down throw. Goff. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, the option right is Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Raymond now on the return.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard.
And here's the Ravens defense as they head back out there now. They're just looking for one final stop here, put a capper on this affair.
Get this game over with. That's all they're talking about. It's that simple. Finish this thing off, and let's get to the locker room and celebrate.
Celebration, that's what they're hoping to do soon, but still a little work to do. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. That catch good for only a couple. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
2nd and 8. Now it's Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Goff. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
For the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.